Drink Champs interview with Nori has been removed from Revolt and YouTube? Got my lucky sock. Oh wait. Adidas follows Balenciaga too? Kicked out of Skechers. Oh my god, kicked out of Skechers. Oh my god, kicked out of Skechers. Kicked out of Skechers.
Like really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't never really wanna flex my gifts, but
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Simple Shit TV. I'm your host, Alvin Holden, also known as Project 8020. And there's been a lot going on in the media. So much so that it has given me a little bit of pause, trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to address some of the things that are going on. I think that in today's society, the media and the news cycle is so fast. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to get a hold on what's really happening. So what I'd like to do is, instead of rushing to speak on a lot of things, I like to hold off for a second. Now, in the beginning of this video, I showed just this little skit that I did because I saw how everyone was piling on to Kanye. And it was almost trendy to pile on to Kanye. And it seemed as though no one was listening to what he was saying. They were going with this narrative that he was crazy. They were going with this narrative that he hadn't been taking his medication. I was asking people, like, did you hear what he said? And no one was listening to what he said. No one was listening to his words, and they just jumped off the cliff with this narrative that he was crazy and he was spewing anti-Semitic hate, and that's totally incorrect. But one of the things, and I think the thing that ultimately got him really ganged up on, is that he spoke about the group of people not to be named. And he essentially spoke about how the negative behavior in our culture is what they pay for. They pay Black people to create the negative stereotypes, and then they promote the negative stereotypes, and they put money behind the negative stereotypes. And just like anything else, if we see enough things over and over and over again, we start to believe it. We start to act in that fashion. Not all Black people, but enough. There's enough of us out there that think that it's cool to be a gangster. There's enough of us out there that think that it's cool to hold a block of money next to your head. There's enough of us that will rob people that look like ourselves. There's enough, and just enough to keep us in this state that we're in. And anytime someone speaks out against that type of behavior, instead of us getting together, the people that are making the checks turn on us and say, well, who the hell do you think you are? You must be trying to be white, or you're trying to be this, or you're trying to be that. And suddenly there's something wrong with us for having a moral compass, or having some boundaries, and having a little bit of pride and some dignity, and calling out the bad behavior. Suddenly we're the problem. Well, the voices that have been fighting against this stuff has often been drowned out. And I came across this video where this gentleman here speaks on exactly what Kanye was speaking on. And I don't necessarily, I'm not co-signing this guy, but what I am simply saying is that he confirms something, or he confirms what has been being said this entire time. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this gentleman rock.
A rapper from
Shout out to World Star Hip Hop, fair use.
I just wanted to go ahead and make a video.
The full clip will be in the
about something I had a unique experience
description below.
And so I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people, but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you. Use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, and to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it.
And you know what? And so here's what I want to do. I don't think you understand what I mean. This is what I mean, because somebody paid for this. Somebody paid for what I'm about to show you. And the question is, to me, is who paid for this, and in what community is this does this work? Now look, I'm not gonna play. all of the audio. I'm not gonna play any of the audio, but what I'll do is I'll talk and I'm gonna let this rock. So can someone explain to me who pays for this? Is this what we're about as African Americans? Is this the community? Is this what we're proud of right here? Is this what we're proud of? Is this what we want our daughters doing? Is this what we want our little sisters doing? Is this our mother, right? Some of us got mothers that are out in the streets looking like this. Is this what we want? If we're not successful as a people, is there any question that we're not successful as a people when this is the example that we set? Right? Like, is this what it is? This is what we're in gas stations, half naked, with weaves and tattoos. She's barefooted, y'all. She ain't got no shoes on, y'all. She is barefooted, y'all. This is what we're doing now, huh? Red wigs, all this jewelry in her face, long nails, and putting her naked behind on the gum-ridden what are we doing? Like, is this for real? Like, is this for real is this our culture? That's the question. Is this our culture? Is this something that we should be proud of as Black people? Is this the type of activity we should be happy with? We should be proud of this. Barefooted at a Waffle House / gas station. Who pays for this? Who gave this the green light? Who's proud? Who's proud of this? Here's what we'll do. If you're proud of this kind of behavior, if you're proud of this kind of thing, hit me in the comments. If this is something that makes you proud to be a Black person, hit me in the comments and say, hey, look, this makes me proud to be a Black person. Like, I enjoy this type of entertainment, and I'm thankful that this kind of entertainment is available to me. I'd like to hear from you, because to be honest with you, I'm disgusted by it, and it's no secret why they treat us the way they treat us, and why our little girls are growing up the way that they are when this is the example that's being set for them. Maybe I'm too old school. Let me know. Hit me in the comments. Alvin, you're too old school. Because I need to know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys on that one. Erykah Badu said it best. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. And if you got daughters, if you got sisters, cousins, nieces, and they're out in the streets looking like this, you know,